Hey, I'm Tom Winkler, creator of Whack Your Boss and Duty Man, and here I am drawing him now. I throw the quick D on his chest just to mark the place, but later I'll add a white one to put the final version in. I love drawing things on an arc. I don't have the actual line of action drawn here, but if you go from his nose all the way down his chest, all the way down to his toe, you've got that nice arc. It gives him a lot of life and vitality. I always put things like the lips on the lower layer, and then I join them, I merge them later. And here we've got our nice, beautiful color version. I oftentimes draw several versions of the D, but for the edit here, I just drew a quick one. Here's the second character we're gonna draw. A few different versions of him. I want him to be sad, kind of just go with the flow, and then I decide just to draw him pretty much life size or about similar size to our hero Duty Man on the left. Make this sad Duty Man and almost like a Weebles wobble, but we don't fall down, kind of a depressed little munchkin. You know, with cartoons, you could change the shapes of everything. You're completely in control. You can treat all your characters like Play-Doh. Like, for instance, here, I'm going to make him a lot more serious, a lot more like a soldier, authoritative, pointing off into the future. His head is kind of the similar size now as the ones on the right, but as I shrink him down to make room for his legs, you see his head gets smaller and smaller, and that's fine. The other guys can have big heads because they're happy and big, and this guy could be more pointed and serious because he's more like General Duty Man. What are we going to have his foot on? Let's see. Maybe his foot could be on something like a big pile of whipped cream. What do you think? No, it's Duty Man. We're going to only go with one thing here, poop emoji. Now look at how small our hero's head on the left has gotten. Not the poop emoji, but our Duty Man on the left. His head is like a quarter of the size of the others, and that's fine. Eventually what I do is I use that to make it part of the story. I shrink him down and I move him back. So now he looks like he's actually part of the background. I slide this Duty Man up, and why not do a similar thing with our other hero, our other Duty Man? Move him off to the front. So now we've got a full scene. Is it a story? I don't know, but we've got a scene where our hero in the front is sad and depressed. Duty Man is flying, and the other Duty Man is saying, hey, none of this here. A schizophrenic Duty Man triptych. So let's review. We started off with Duty Man in the middle of the screen. He's flying. I have a quick D on his chest. I draw just a couple of Ds to get it right. And then I move on to a sad Duty Man on the right-hand side. I draw a couple of versions of him, and then I eventually settle on this one here. He's kind of lumpy and kind of like a doughboy. And then the serious one, oops, look at that. See how I started? First, I drew him smiling for a split second, and then I changed to have serious. I already had a happy Duty Man and a depressed Duty Man, so why not have a serious one, sort of judging and looking and commanding the troops and the poops. And so we've got our depressed Duty Man in the foreground, thinking what is going on here? How did this schizophrenic war go wrong? We've got our rogue Duty Man flying, obviously leaving poop emojis on the ground, and General Duty Man pointing out who needs to stop being wild and crazy, and the poor sad little poop emoji, the blameless victim in this schizophrenic wild Duty Man triptych madness. Thanks for being a fan. Please click subscribe and ring the bell, and I'll see you soon.